Well, in another, what am I doing with this thing? This is a 2023 Honda Ridgeline. Why do I have it? I have family on vacation and I'm doing the airport run down to Philadelphia. This is a little more comfortable than the Ranger. I don't think the family would be too happy to, maybe one of them would be happy to sit up front, but sitting in the back of the Ranger, nope, don't think that'd fly. I have this, it's going to be easy to put their bags in the back. Nice quiet drive. It is quiet, it does drive nice. As far as a everyday, I hate to say this, I really think as a daily, I prefer the Santa Cruz, which I always thought was ugly, and I kind of don't really know why I think that. They call this thing a truck, and it's under the same weight class as my Ranger, but it has a much shorter bed. It does have a bigger motor and more gears in the transmission. This is a 3.5 V6. The automatic that's in it works pretty decent. Can't complain. I mean, it's a Honda. For the most part, they usually run forever. I am now going to give you a walk around of this fine, sweet ride, and later on tonight, I finally get my Ranger back after 2 weeks. At least in the interim, I get a little bit of content. Here we go with the walk around. 2023 Honda Ridgeline, 3.5 V6, automatic. The inside, it's comfy. It's real quiet. I really don't understand why I need an electric release for the gas door. That makes no sense to me. This one has the heated seats, heated steering wheel. Let's wake it up. So here we start the accessory. There we go. So we're starting it up. Doesn't like that the driver's door is open. I hate the road departure mitigation, so I always turn that off. It has the push button automatic, which it's interesting to get used to, and the flappy paddles, heated seats, automatic climate control. It is very nice. Has the armrests, you know, like an old Suburban. Sunroof. It's chilly up here in northeast Pennsylvania. This is all-wheel drive. I'm not sure how it works because it's been fairly dry. I mean, the main thing I would use that for is snow or going to the beach. And I am not quite sure if this would be good out on the sand. I mean, it'd be something I want to try. So here is the fun part about locking and unlocking these. To unlock this, you just have to put your 4 fingers in and touch the inside, and there it's unlocked. To lock it, you can't do this because it doesn't do anything. You have to press a button, and now it's relocked. But if we hit the fingers, there we go. Here we have the back seat, nice center seat. There's a headrest that pulls up, and then the armrest that pulls down. When the boy rode back here, he was comfy. The other nice thing that it does is pull this handle and lift. You can have a nice flat floor going all the way across. I'd like to say it is a one-handed operation, but it is not. It's easy enough to do. There's tie downs back here so you can put some larger things. The sliding rear window is electric, and unlike the Santa Cruz, I know where the button is for that one. It's on the roof right next to the one for the sunroof. Or is the rear and the tailgate. So for the tailgate, you can grab this one and open it like a normal tailgate. This is just a kind of pleather option, and you have to take the crossbars off and roll it up. It's a pretty decent sized bed. It's smaller than what I need, but again, there is tie downs and not bad. The other nice thing this does is over here, if you look, it says release. So underneath here, there's another switch, and tailgate opens up and stays like a 60s or 70s station wagon. So doing groceries, you can just kind of shove stuff in and not be leaning over it as you're coming in. Also, I did not show you this with the Santa Cruz, but for the Ridgeline, there's the spare tire, nice big trunk, nice and usable storage area, but if you put anything into the bed, you have now lost your ability to get in underneath it. And the other nice thing is you can lock this individually. That works out real nice. You can definitely use the underneath storage for a little more security for your valuables. Going back, there we have the tailgate closed. This is another one that they have concession trailers. It is a shaved ice business. For their shaved ice business, they use these to tow the trailers. They're not very big and not very heavy, and they load ice and water and flavors. And it's definitely good for what they need. It is not good for what I need. Such is life. Here underneath the hood of this beast, there is dun, 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 plastic. Lots and lots of plastic. Have your fuses. I don't even know where they bury the battery in this. Oh, there it is. So your battery is buried underneath the air boxes. And fuses, brakes, fuses, check the oil, washer fluid. And since there is the prop rod, it's not as heavy as an old Chevy, but it's still a pretty heavy hood to lift up there. Do I think this is a truck? No. I mean, in the eyes of the state, it is considered a truck. This is actually in the same weight class as my Ranger. I mean, the back seat is nice and it's comfortable, and the thing is very quiet. It does drive sort of trucky. The Santa Cruz drove like a car, but this is a little more solid feeling. It's got about 17,000 miles on it. It drives very nice. It doesn't have the steps on the side that will mess up your pants, or although the funny thing is this sits a little taller, so you would think that steps on this would make sense. I don't think they really make sense on the Santa Cruz because it's pretty much a car. Tonight, get my Ranger back. Will it start? I don't know. The Ranger has been sitting for 2 weeks. Hopefully it'll start and run home. Such are the trials and tribulations of driving crap. I don't know what this thing costs. I really don't want to know, because that is far out of what I would spend. For something to borrow and play with for a week, it works out. I will be happy to leave it and go back to my Ranger. I will miss the heated seats and the heated steering wheel. I will not miss the radar cruise. I will not miss the automatic braking or the lane departure warning or any of that stuff, because it's horrible. I think it dumbs down the driving pool and gives way too many people a reason not to pay attention to what they're doing or to what their car is doing. I will end this video here. Personal opinion, I don't think anything with less than a 6-foot bed should be considered a truck. That's just me. It's my personal opinion. If you put a cap on the back of this, you more or less have made yourself a Honda Pilot. And that's kind of what this is. It's a Honda Pilot with a truck bed. So you've gotten rid of that third row seat, gotten rid of the indoor storage. I do not understand trucks like this. But for an everyday car, it's not bad. Don't like the tech. We'll see when I get back to my Ranger. We will let you go and talk to you later. Well, here we are, back all safe and sound. Got the family members home with their cars. Got to drive each one of those, which was interesting. But now here I am, back with the big old Ranger. No real spots underneath it. Will it start? I don't know. We're going to find out.